Hi guys, welcome to JDM Masters, and on today's video we will be looking at the Spoon N1 RS 2nd generation 6-speed manual, which we tested in normal form a couple of episodes ago. Today we're going to be looking at the exact modifications and what kind of tuning and development has been done by Spoon Type 1, and we took it on a test drive, so we'll be going to Type 1 to talk to Jomoto-san of Spoon to be looking at all of the modifications and whatever has been done to it. So if you'd like to know more about it, come join us. So after a week and a half of taking the car, various stages, Touge, highway, the street, we finally brought it back to Spoon with Jomoto-san. Thank you for letting us drive the car.
Is that fun?
Very fun.
Oh, that's good.
Very fun. Yeah. And we're going to be talking a little bit about the tuning or the ongoing development of this 2nd generation N1 RS, the 6-speed manual. You can see in our previous video, we did an overall view of the base car. But maybe that impression was a little bit too good because this car's handling is fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What did you do with it?
Magic.
Magic.
Yeah.
Always Spoon magic. Now,
Yeah.
of course, Spoon's concept is fun.
Yes.
Fun to drive, to improve the fun.
And comfortable.
And comfortable.
Yes.
And comfortable. So we can see that there has been a lot of improvements in the chassis and suspension. Engine power is normal.
Yes.
But with the Spoon exhaust and muffler,
Increase the lower and the middle range torque.
Right.
But a little bit.
just a little
increase.
bit,
Yeah.
just a bit more response.
Yes.
That felt really, really good. What I was really impressed was the gear ratios.
Yeah.
At first to maybe 5th gear, feels like a normal car, like a 1.5 liter car.
Yeah.
So
It has very good torque.
very, very good torque.
Yeah.
Very, very good torque.
Easy to drive.
Very easy to drive, and the turbo is a little bit laggy in the 3,000 to 4,000 range. So but maybe you guys are going to put more power by doing ECU tuning.
Yeah, we will do the ECU tuning, but this is stock now.
Right.
And the Japanese regulation is limits the power.
64 power. Right.
Yes.
Right.
So this engine has capacity is more high power, but limits the boost. And I think 3,000 RPM is flats the boost.
Yes, the torque is flat.
Yes.
So if we boost it up a little bit more, what do you think is the limit we can reach for safe powers on the street and still reliable?
Maybe 80 horsepower.
I think that's enough.
Yeah, I think
That's
so.
enough. That's enough. So in some of the tight corners, as you can see in this clips, turning very, very tight corners, it felt like it needed an LSD.
Yes,
Yeah.
of course.
It's a front-wheel drive, so it's not
Yeah.
like the S660.
Front-wheel drive need use LSD because too much torque cannot transfer the torque to the road.
Right, right. But the suspension tuning done,
Yeah.
and also you're developing reinforcement bars. In fact, there is a prototype reinforcement bars on
Yeah.
this car, on the
Yeah.
front and the rear. The floor and the chassis felt absolutely stable.
Yeah.
What's the concept for these bars? I mean, I saw it mounted in maybe 4 points in a square.
Yes. So we saw the car, and we have some experience, so we can find the weak points.
I see.
And so we try some brace part, and maybe 3 or 4 types.
I see.
This type is final prototype.
Wonderful.
And we will make a production model. So we took the 3D scanning in the floor.
Okay.
And
okay.
we are designing a new stiff plate right now.
That's wonderful. You can see here in the reference photos, they also have the stiff plates for the S660.
Yeah.
Very high quality pressed steel, which is also light, yet stiff. And the most important part about designing underfloor braces is that, unlike some aftermarket bars, it doesn't make the lowest part of the car too low, because it won't pass Japanese shock end. So you can have it stiff but thin.
Yeah.
You can still lower the car a little bit.
Yeah, we think it's very comfortable not to lower. So stiff plate is same as a stock bottom line.
Ah, yes, that's important. That's important. Fantastic. And also, the brake capacity has been increased. 4-pot calipers, and looking at the rear, that's not stock. That rear disc brake is not stock. It's taken from another car in Honda's range. Feels very strong and very stable, especially on long brakings on the down, especially on the circuit. And because a lot of Kei cars do not come with rear disc brakes, it's not actually necessary. But once we increase the power, it's necessary. 860 kilograms on the catalog. That is very light for a normal car, but it's heavier than the previous old versions.
Almost Kei car is 700 kilo.
Ah, right, okay. So we got the car lifted up, and whew, I can immediately see iconic spoon colors, yellow dampers, blue springs, blue calipers.
Yeah.
This calipers is always made by Nissan,
Yes.
OEM company, which is very interesting because Nissan is the OEM maker for Honda's original parts. It's very high quality.
Exactly. Yeah. So we joined 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. We make a aluminum 4-pot caliper is the first, and we continue to the new making a new product, and this one is very good product because 4-pot caliper, but this is not capped.
Right.
Yeah. Look this side.
Yes.
Yeah. Normally, 4-pot caliper has a drill hole.
Oh, that's right. Like on the Brembos, there is actually a hole.
Yeah, and
this side.
This is monoblock.
Yes.
Twin block don't have a cap, but monoblock needs cap.
But this is capless.
Yes. So this is new machining can make this angle drill.
Holes, right, from inside.
Yeah.
So there's more stiffness in the caliper itself.
Yeah, this structure from racing.
I see. So all that feedback from racing is then fed into the R&D and new designs are made.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of viewers will always remember the first twin block aluminum calipers when it was available in the EG and the EK generation. That's still a very popular product.
That is very lightweight.
Very lightweight.
Lighter than maybe 2, 3 or 4 kilograms than the stock caliper.
Yeah. And offering 4-pot.
Yeah.
Now, this size is obviously bigger than the stock N1's size. The disc is also bigger.
Yeah.
Not only is the brake capacity increased, but this is also lighter in the front.
Double wishbone need a very big space.
That's right, yeah.
But this package is the best of the Kei car, and this car has a aluminum knuckle.
Oh, that's from the factory.
Yes.
Oh, it already has an aluminum knuckles,
Yeah.
less unsprung weight down here. Wow.
So
Small details.
we can see here, it's very expensive car.
Ah, so Honda has actually put money into the handling parts compared to other makers.
It's lighter than the steel knuckle.
Right.
It's good for
fantastic.
the handling and gas mileage.
Steering responses.
Lightweight is true.
Right. And also the bar
Yeah.
mount for the stabilizer.
Yes.
I noticed that the mounting point is very high
Yeah.
on the strut. Usually on normal road cars, it's much shorter. It's an interesting part of the design. And so here is the prototype
Stiff brake. Yeah.
stiff plate. And so it's actually giving more cross-sectional stiffness on the front, which makes the whole subframe front. Now, because the front-wheel drive cars have a tendency with strut suspension to flex, the problem is with this car, we can't put a strut bar. There's no space.
Yeah.
So the solution is to make this part stiffer.
Yeah. And currency car don't need a strut power bar. So we think it's enough the floor blade.
Right.
But brace bar cause some problem. So lower the rider height.
Right.
And
This gets
yeah.
too low.
Yeah.
Right. You'll get damaged when you hit something.
Yes. And the bar is only supports the point.
Right.
But we will make a stiff plate. This plate is surface reinforced.
Right. So it's a wider area of
Yes.
stiffness. I see. That's ingenious. Oh, so this is the exhaust system that
Yes.
comes out from the engine. How much thicker is it from the stock?
Maybe 40,
Beautiful.
40 millimeters.
40 millimeters.
Yeah.
For a 660cc turbo engine, that's all you need.
Yeah.
And it comes around this side because right here is actually the fuel tank. So like the Honda Fit, the fuel tank is located underneath the driver's seat to give it a more central positioning, which means the weight distribution of the car is more centralized. Therefore, that's why you have the rear seats can do the magic seats fold up, right?
It's very useful.
Very useful, very useful. And the muffler is actually here, underneath the rear passenger seat, so you get a nice tip that's coming out. Oh, so this is another experimental part
Yeah.
that we talked about. It's mounted on the body, so this really helps a lot in the stability.
Yes. But I think it's too hard right now. I will try the another bar, more soft, and if we can check the more hard, I will make 2 or 3
Different versions?
Different versions. Yeah.
We'll take it out again and give you our feedback again.
Yeah.
Now, just a little explanation about the torsion beam. Suspension design is such that there is no stabilizer bar. This is one whole piece of pressed steel, and it supports the left and the right. It also acts as the subframe and it supports for the suspension. And you can see here the springs and the dampers are offset in a kind of design. But what's interesting is that the dampers are placed behind the springs and is slightly offset. There's not much of distance between the damper and the spring looking from the back. In some cars like the current 86 or the Fair Lady Z, you have the springs more inside for lever advantage. But compare this to the previous design. It's thicker, right?
This area, this chassis,
Yes.
We make a support parts.
Okay.
because
it's connected to this bush.
here is very strong.
Right.
But this frame is a little bit weak. And we have experience about this point is very, very important area. So this is, rigid color.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they're gonna see rigid
It's
color.
rigid color. Rigid color is very, very good function.
Yes.
And then I try this support parts. So rigid color have a very good function. So same point, I tried the stiffer. So it's caused good stability.
So this is actually the main part that is very important to stiff. The stiffness of the center bar can be changed to be softer, but this is the most important
Yes.
part. I think most customers who buy this car would drive this daily and take it to the circuit maybe 2 or 3 times a year. So this is always what the concept of Spoon is, to create a more fun to drive, more refined, a little bit more sporty, sharper version of the already stock car, to improve on small things, but it's usable in everyday life as well. That's always something that's very nice to see. Now, one last question. What other parts are you thinking to develop for this car? Would there be a carbon fiber bonnet? Would there be a larger turbo? What else does this car need?
Yeah. We will make a big turbo. We need more power, but we must make a body first, more stiff and more stable and more comfortable. Some body parts cause stable and comfortable.
Yes, and that is a very important part of tuning for those of you out there who buy a car and you want to tune the car after you've restored it. Always restore your car first to original condition. If you don't have a body that's stable and stiff, before you put power, no point. No point.
First is body.
First is the body.
Yeah.
Get it stable. You can add power later.
Yes.
Right. That's always the steps that Spoon always takes, right?
Yeah.
You have a new model, you look for the weak parts, and always you can see in previous issues of Best Motoring, sometimes Ijishima-san would explain immediately what are the weak points and how you can improve them. For example, on the Honda S2000 AP1, the front upper mounts become weak, and we just put a gusset. In fact, our friend Albo just added a gusset plate and changed all the bushes. So check his video over here for the drive report, and we're driving and testing it too. I'm so excited for that. Yeah. So phase 1 completed for this car. Phase 2, more power.
Yes.
More fun. Can't wait. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Again, inviting us.
Yeah.
So guys, let us know in the comments, what do you think of the Honda N1 RS? Would you want to import this and drive it wherever you are in your country? Or maybe come to Japan and try it on the Touge roads. And these parts will soon be available. And it's also always very nice to talk with Spoon and different teams to see what their concept and thinking, philosophy of tuning really is. And don't forget, if you're going to do any tuning to your car, get it back to normal first. Good oils, change the bushings, restore it before you go hard. Okay, that's all from us. Until the next episode, peace out.